September brings us with Venus in Leo stationing direct and Jupiter in Taurus stationing retrograde, both at the beginning of the month. And towards the middle and the end of the month, we're going to have the sun entering Libra, and then we're going to have a full moon in Aries. Both of these events are going to be activating the Aries Libra nodes in your birth chart. So hi and welcome back. I am your astrologer, Patricia Tate, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. To get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. And if you are returning, thank you for all the likes and comments because I greatly appreciate you. So this is your September 2023 astrology forecast. So for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, on the 3rd of September, we have Venus stationing direct. Now, Venus is in the sign of Leo, and she has been going over your 4th house of family, home, your roots, your property, your real estate, your foundation. There were 3 hits, one that went forward, there was a problem that needed to be identified, and then she went retrograde over it, giving you a chance to adjust some things, and then now we are going forward again back over that area. And so when she was retrograde, there were some things that needed to come to an end, some things that needed to shift or change. Now that you have had the opportunity to deal with these issues, this could be with anybody who is living in your home or things that you have been doing to your home. This could be remodeling, anything that's come up over the last month. This is now you're going to find this inspiration of creativity that you feel has been lacking or missing. Remember, anything that has to do with your house of home is also related to 6th house of your mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being, and it will also have to do something to do with your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, and the people that you align yourself with. So this theme has been, I need to go back over this area of my life that has to do with home. How do I find this balance with home? And how do I work on my hopes and dreams and my goals? And maybe this was a shift in your hopes and dreams and your aspirations. Remember that the 11th house is of who I align myself with in order to accomplish what I want for a career or a job or something that I want to be known for, something that I want to be seen for. And so this area of your life has just been up for grabs and going back over saying, these are the things that you need to rid yourself of, or these are the things that you need to work on in order to improve. Then moving forward on the 4th. So on the 4th, we have Jupiter stationing retrograde in the sign of Taurus. Now, this is big for you because Uranus, let's back it up. Uranus has been here with the nodes for the last year and a half of your life. In the sign of Taurus, this is how do I become grounded? How do I become solid? How do I become stable and partnership? And so now the nodes have shifted out, but Uranus is still here. And then Jupiter came in and said, now that you've done the work, I want to offer you abundance into what do you want to become? Who do you want to become? How do you want to be seen? This is spirituality. And Jupiter rules over your 11th house, and it rules over your 8th house. So the themes here have been the abundance coming to you and through the people that you participate with, and it's with your shared resources. These are contracts that you have with others. And so this could be alimony, child support, investments that you've made. And so now Jupiter stationing retrograde. Normally when Jupiter is moving forward, we look elsewhere to find information. We look elsewhere to find mentorship in order to fulfill us. Now stationing retrograde, you're going to have this opportunity to stop and pause and integrate everything that you've been working on, the contracts that you have with other people, your personal dreams, hopes, wishes, and how does this align with what you want to do in life, and how does this change you? So while retrograde, there will be some shocking revelations. This will be internal to where other people may not be able to see it until you are ready to reveal the new you of what is becoming. Remember that Jupiter it's expansive, it's spirituality, it's seeing and understanding things that are just not there. And so this may be an opportunity where you are going to be working through some karma, and it's about releasing some things that no longer serve you, and so you transforming into who you are meant to be. Remember that the sign of Taurus is slow and steady and can sometimes be stubborn. And so with Uranus here, Uranus will help you shake off anything that really does not serve your highest good. So you're going to have to remember to be flexible at this time. And whenever there's any doubt, go within and say, does this serve my higher purpose? Does this serve my best and highest good? And do I need it? And does it really align with who I am? Then moving forward, on September 14th, we have a Virgo new moon. Now with a Virgo new moon, we have the sun and the moon aligned together. Remember that the sun is already here in your fifth house, illuminating children, being childlike, artistic creativity, endeavors, things that you want to do. It's the house of affairs or gambling. It's literally of what brings you joy and pleasure. And now with the new moon here, the moon is saying, let's start something fresh, begin anew, have these new moon intentions. The sun rules over your fourth house of family and home, and then the moon is the ruler of your third house, of the way that you communicate and doing things that are closer to home. So knowing this, your new moon intentions are going to be, how do I manifest something that is slow and steady, that's going to be organized and be structured? You're going to have these ideas, because in the sign of Virgo, Virgo says, let's have a plan. I want to do this, but I cannot do it without a plan. And the sun is saying, this is the area of your life that you need to be working on right now. And it will include something that has to do with your home, something that has to do with communication, something that has to do, it could be with classes or workshops, but this will be something that is within your working area, not something that you would have to travel for. Now, slow, steady, methodical, organized, structured, getting it together. I don't know if this will be for you to create like a side gig that makes you money, or for just something that just brings you pleasure, because the fifth house is what brings you pleasure, but sometimes making money off of your side gig is what brings you pleasure. So with this new moon, you may want to focus on things that you can quickly finish that maybe have been stalled for a while. And then moving forward, on the very next day, what's going to help you is we're going to have Mercury stationing direct. Now, in the same house, so Mercury has had you go back over this area of your life saying, look, before you begin anything new, you have all these things that are unfinished business. And Mercury basically wants you to sit down, finish those things. And so it has stalled you in some areas and said, go back, finish this project, this project, this project. And so now with Mercury stationing direct, you can get back on track. You can get finished and get organized again. You will feel a bigger sense of urgency or a need, and it's going to take a little bit of time to adjust and to feel more like normal with your work ethic in this area, but it will definitely be focused on this area of your life. And then moving forward on to the 23rd. On September 23rd, we have the sun entering the sign of Libra. Now this is really important because this is the area of your life that's going to be activated by the nodes. We have the south node and the north node. I have a totally separate video on that if you want more information, because it'll give you more insight. The reason the sun entering Libra is so important because the sun is you, And Libra is about partnerships and balance and fairness. And this is the area of your life that's going to be activated over the next year and a half by the nodes. And we have your south node of what am I releasing? And we have your north node of the direction in which I'm supposed to be going in. And so how are you finding balance? The balance needs to come between your work, your home, your mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being. Are you taking enough time out for yourself? Are you managing others better than you are managing yourself? Remember that Libra is all about art and beauty and aesthetics and fairness and balance and partnerships. And so it's going to be really important that you spend time with others, but also make sure that you set aside some time for yourself, because this sixth house is also the house of mentorship, where you can either search for a guide or search for a mentor or search for somebody who can help you navigate these waters, maybe come up with a plan. You also might welcome some new people into your circle. With this area of your life, Venus is also going to be activated, and it will have something to do with what you were working on when it was stationing retrograde with your house, your home, your cash, your property, your things. And now that she's going direct and working in the sign of Libra with who you are, how do you find a way to keep all of these things balanced and make sure that you're taking time out for yourself, using the word no? And no is a complete sentence, and saying, I need to take time out for myself, and I don't need to validate that with anybody. The next thing that we have happen is the September 29th. We're going to have this beautiful full moon in the sign of Aries. Now, we just talked about the sun in your sixth house, and now we're going to have the opposite. Something is going to be illuminated, something that you're working on. Remember that astrology is like flowing. Everything is always in motion of like it's timing. And so the stories of which were started weeks ago are still flowing and evolving. So the sun is still illuminating that area of your life, but the sun illuminates things that you didn't take into consideration, you didn't see, or that were hidden. And that's going to be the Aries part of your chart. That's your 12th house. It is what's hidden. It's taking time for yourself. It's your dreams, your intuition, your spirit guides. It's about anything that can support or help you, or it's really, you could take it as, I need to take time out. It's the house of isolation. And so you might realize that you need to take some time out for yourself. And this may push the envelope more with, am I going after it? Because Mars is in your sixth house, and it's the ruler of your 12th house. I want to bring in one more thing with Scorpio, because Scorpio is one of the co-rulers, and that has to do with your 7th house of partnership. And so this could be with clients or your one-on-one relationships or your bestie, but definitely boundaries, definitely saying no to things, and definitely saying, I want to do this, but it might have to be at a different time. So as always, I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. And if you would like an individual reading, you can schedule at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.